So yeah, tell us, how is life going? How is lockdown period? How are you spending time with
Uh,
Abhinav?
the time is being spent very productively. I mean, personally, for me, the whole scenario has played out to be um, really very like an intimate time with my own self. I've been really working towards, you know, getting to know myself and my relationship with Abhinav very well. This time is being wonderfully spent while taking care of my own self, my home, the things that I wanted to have under control, so to say, because working for almost 4 years was something that I was really missing. My time being at home, giving my home, my touch to it. So I think all in all, it is turning out to be, a great period.
So how does 24 hours look like now that you don't have anywhere to go?
They just fly off. I mean, I just can't tell you that how much busy I've been. I've been more busy than I was busy when I was actually shooting. I used to think that, oh my God, working for almost 10 to 12 hours, traveling for 3, 4 hours, 16, 17 hours in a day, it's like too much. But trust me, I mean, घर का काम मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि this is the most time consuming, and this has made me realize how grateful we should be to our mothers. I mean, how grateful we should be towards the helps that we have. I mean, it's something like what an eye opener to many things. So that's what's right now happening with me.
So have you divided household duties with
Yes,
Abhinav?
I mean, he is responsible and enthusiastic when it comes to sharing responsibilities. If I would cook, then he would volunteer to clean the dishes. If I would, mop or broom the whole house, then he would volunteer to dust off everything. So I think it's more about owning responsibility and sharing the household chores, which will make this tough times for all of us a little breathable.
On the last day of Shakti, when you were very emotional, do you
Oh, yes.
miss the cast
Yes,
right
of
now?
course. Yes, I do. I miss everybody. I on and off, I touch base with people. With my, in fact, day before yesterday, I spoke to Nidhi, who played Sindhu in the show, and she was sharing how is she, if she's in Delhi, and she was sharing how is she spending her time and what quality things that she's incorporating in her life and everything. So we are in touch with each other. I mean, on and off. Either me or Abigail, we meet, me, Rohita, we have a conversation. I was there for Kamya's wedding. I met almost everybody there. So, and of course, social media provides us the insight into each other's life, more maybe the happier side. But it is always good to know that your peers and colleagues are doing really great and they're healthy and safe.
Also, coming to talking about Shakti, it has been a path-breaking show, and like the character you played, like it's commendable. What has been your takeaway?
To learn something new, you have to unlearn the past. This show or the character was path-breaking in itself because the creators were so committed into bringing about voice of this particular sector of our society. Secondly, that conviction had to be played so subtly that it definitely did not require how you say some methodology or some too much of insight or study into it. Nothing. It had to be done with sheer conviction in creating something which will be which will be as simple as our lives they proceed, because the complexity with an intersex or a transgender, and especially to understand in our society in today's time, is it's so jumbled up that to play it in a very simple linear form was the most difficult part. And that's what we as a team we tried achieving every single day, trust me. There used to be, how it is going on a war, you have to be prepared and you have to just walk on eggshells, because you how do we say, you cannot go wrong with playing a so vulnerable and emotional aspect of something that has been not spoken, talked, or maybe discussed in general when it comes to societal norms.
So has this also changed your outlook towards them? Has there been any such fan or loved moments from their side?
Oh, many. Of course, the outlook definitely changed. As I said, we in general we never talk about LGBTQ, or we don't. It's not a normal practice that we do, right? So there, of course, there was hesitation. Of course, there was so many questions, and there was so much to talk, say, or maybe understand how all of this happens and everything. But as and when things just went, and you had an understanding, and you realized that we've made it different. They are as normal as we are. We have created a image to say that they are different from us, but trust me, they're as normal as we are, and so is their life. So we've had so many instances where transgenders, intersex from different states have come on the sets just to meet and greet me and to thank me for taking up the role. And I don't know, at that point in time, you are just, how do you say, you are just flabbergasted. I'm just doing my job. It's like doing my job. What is such a great deal about it? But trust me, when they open up and when they share their stories, there is so much of agony, there is so much of pain that we as a society we have inflicted, that hearing their stories, I used to have chills and goosebumps. And so many times मैं ये सोचती थी कि how have we just dissected the whole human race according to our ways of thinking, and the caste and creed and religion, and being physically different. It's just so amazing, and it just keeps you in, it leaves you in awe that oh my god, aisa bhi tha kya? So quite awakening situations.
You have done shows like Punar Vivah and Choti Bahu, and they were also quite talked about.
Yes.
And then Shakti, professional speaking, has Shakti changed your life? Has it been a turning point in your career?
Absolutely, I would not deny the fact. And so have the other shows of mine been. See, when you look back, I believe in this theory that Steve Jobs once said that when you look back, you connect the dots. So had my earlier shows not happened to me, I wouldn't have grown enough to take such a challenging character. I never did go to any acting school or any workshops or any classes that I've done. I haven't done anything of that sort. So acting for me was a natural inclination of me wanting to express myself, and thereon I realized that I, as an actor, I can spread my wings and that was so important for me to understand that with every project of mine, I am going to challenge myself even further. So I think that has been a stepping stone. I mean, Choti Bahu has been, it was my very first show. It has, given me the wind beneath my wings. So then as an artist, I could fly. And then Punarvivah came, it added more colors to my life. And I played I played a mythological character Sita for Devam Ke Dev Mahadev, and I played Genie for season 2 on Genie and Juju. So every character just added a very important element for me to grow as an artist. And I believe that artist is not just about mere acting. Artist means who can paint her imagination, who can paint her reality with her imagination. So for that imagination, you have to be experimental enough. And you have to be willing to fail. I mean, after Choti Bahu, I did so many shows, nobody even know about it. I mean, I've done 5 to 6 shows as protagonist after Choti Bahu. But then came Shakti. So all these shows that haven't worked for me, or which were like not great, didn't have great success as Choti Bahu and Shakti had, they were bound to happen because I was learning through my process.
You and Abhinav are very engaging as a couple, like you do a lot of things together. So like, who comes up with the plans, who ideates everything?
I would like to take the credit, but when it comes to like his photography and filmmaking, I would give the entire credit to him. The rest, it's all me proposing everything.
So traveling plans also?
My traveling plans are absolutely mine. Absolutely mine. I mean, most of the time I surprise him with the destination. I just let him know, after 3 months from now, keep your dates free. He doesn't know anything. So maybe a week or 10 days prior, I let him know. And I mean, now he is so used to having those surprises that he's ultimately given me an ultimatum that you are going to discuss with me what we are doing and where we are going for the next plan. And I was like, oh my god, this whole of the situation had to just happen for we're gonna have our second wedding anniversary on 21st June. So I was like, are you happy now? Now I will have to ultimately let you know, because any which ways we won't be able to travel now. So yeah.
So who amongst you is the adventurous and explorer?
Oh, he definitely. See, we have realized, of course, long back when we had started dating each other, that we are two absolute different personalities. So, for example, like traveling, he is a avid adventurous traveler. I'm an exotic traveler. So we have to find our mutual grounds. So he loves exploring and doing extreme adventures. I am like picking up the best resorts and experiencing the serene beauty, the exotic side of traveling. So we both are different.
Rubina, coming to traveling, like since this is on social media, we are live, and like actresses, not celebs, even like normal people, they post bikini pictures and all, but celebrities often fall prey to trolling and body shaming. How do you deal with them?
To be honest, I am actually not in a habit of going through my comments, and I do not post anything seeking is my way of letting my people, my fans, my audience know that at this point in time, at this location, I was here. So it isn't a bikini picture. It is a picture, and a picture has a story to it. So I see it in that very way, and there is no instant gratification that I'm seeking. Oh, how many likes would there be? What are people commenting? I never do that, because me being on social media is not the idea of me being on social media is not that. I would not say that I'm a saint. It does not matter, or once in a while I don't go. Before that also, Abhinav had shot some of the pictures in bikini for me. We were trying different looks, and I posted them. And that at that point in time, I used to just once in a while go and check comments and all, and horrifying comments. I mean, like, you would just feel ke arey baap re, kya ho gaya? Matlab, like, my personality, my body, my choice. So social media has instantaneously given power to people to comment and talk about it. So what you can do is either go and comment on each comment back on all the comments, prove yourself, come down to their level, beat them down there, or simply ignore. So I've learned to ignore. That's that's the best way of having your own sanity, and to understand that you're not doing anything for the others to react. You're doing it because it's your platform, and you have all the freedom to exercise in what aspect you want yourself to be seen. Some people are very private. Some people only choose life lessons to be shared. Some people choose their makeup or beauty blogging aspect to be shared. Some people just share travels and destinations, and so everybody has their own choice. And with due respect, let's all if not encourage, then accept. That's why you're there on social media. You're not there to do what do you call chaudhary giri.
Being married, things you have learned, or you have or has anything changed in your life?
See, change is only constant. We all know. So ऐसा नहीं है कि even Abhinav would agree to this point of what I'm going to present is that हम सब वक्त के साथ बदलते हैं, and our relationship also changes with time. We have to be adaptive of the change. We have to change and grow, which is going to help each other understand, know, and evolve together for a better life. So I see many a times things that how he has changed and how he's grown, of course, for the better. He has mentioned quite many times that how I have changed. So that change, I think, is inevitable. You have to embrace it. And if you say that आज से 5 साल या 6 साल पहले हम जैसे एक दूसरे से प्यार करते थे वैसे ही करेंगे, यार मैं वैसी ही हूँ, तो I think you are heading towards doomsday. Because if you don't change, your partner changes, or if you both don't change, your life is going to be redundant. Your life is going to be stagnated, and that is the, how do you say that? That's like death to a relationship. You have to grow together. You have to let the other person change and evolve. You have to be there for each other while the person is changing. You have to be through the process, and that's what beauty of relationship is. To help each other grow, to be the wind beneath each other's wings. You can't be at the same place, at the same way, and say, मैं तो ऐसी ही थी, आज प्यार करना है तो देख लो वरना. That's not how, I mean, so far I would say out of my own experience things work. And like if you read about or maybe just see your parents who have been with each other for like almost 30-35 years, they always say that times change, people change. You have to be adaptive and receptive for the changes that are happening, and you have to allow the other person to change and grow. And if you think that someone's change or change in behavior or change in way of thinking or change towards you or your or the attitude is not what you're liking, then you have to look within. That there can be a possibility that your partner is changing and you are just where you were, and this can also bring about a conflict in your relationship. So there has to be constant working in relationship. Relationships are not रब ने बना दी जोड़ी उसके बाद happily ever after happens. That's not how it happens. What purely and surely happens is you have to keep working in the relationship. You have to keep working on the spark and passion in your relationship, and it requires constant work.